Hello, my crafty friends. Today I am sharing two more Christmas cards. Both of them are pop-up cards. And I'm using some older items from my stash as well as some new items. So this first card is larger than A2. It is 4.5 by 6 inches and it fits in an A6 envelope. What's new on my card are these chipboard embellishments, and I use them inside as well. It's probably been over a year since I've been inside a Michael's, and I'm immune compromised, so I stay home most of the time. I'm not going out in public, and in Alberta, Canada, here, our COVID numbers are on the rise. So even though I was getting almost desperate to get into a store, and I just love seeing all the Christmas displays, I couldn't go out. I couldn't go into the store and put myself or my family at risk. So I placed an online order from Michael's, and it's the first time now. I know in the US, Michael's has been doing online ordering for quite a while, but it's fairly new to Canada, and I had not tried it before. I know you could do curbside pickup, but we live in the country, so I decided to opt for paying for shipping and have it delivered to my door and not drive into the city. And at the time I was placing my order, it was snowing like crazy, so I didn't want to be on those roads anyhow. My order came, and it wasn't a big order. I just felt like I needed something from Michael's, like something from a craft store. So these chipboard stickers, oh, and I did not need any more Christmas embellishments. If you saw my Christmas embellishment bin, you would be flabbergasted that I was buying more. But I needed something kind of new and fresh. So these kind of woodlandy chipboard elements or chipboard stickers were what I chose. I also chose a package of rainbow pattern paper and some shimmery paper in Christmas colors. So not a huge order by any means, but made me so happy to get something fun and new and fresh. So the front of my card has got these cute little work boots here, some gold foil, which is from Stampin' Up. The joy, I am not sure who makes the joy. When I redid my craft room, I did not have a label or anything for that. So I'm going to assume it's MFT stamps, but honestly, I'm not sure. The Stitch Snowflake is from Lawn Fawn, and the pattern paper is an older one from my stash. Some Gold Fever confetti from Studio Katya, and I added some stickles to the holly inside the boots just for some additional sparkle. Inside the card is the pop-up. So the deer also came in the package, and this beautiful woodland pop-up piece, that's what started the card. So I have a bin labeled "In Progress Christmas Cards." Both of these cards feature this pretty birch tree print, and they were die cut many years ago using Karen Burniston's pop and cut system, which is an extended Biggs die. So it's the gigantic, thick, steel ruled die. And I love them. I love them still. I won't get rid of them. And both of these cards use the Wavy Label Insert in them. So it cuts the long A2 size, it rounds the corners for you, it cuts and scores the pop-up. And I made a lot of them. In fact, Karen Burniston laughingly would call this the Karen label rather than the Wavy label because I used it so much on my projects. Another Stitch Snowflake, so it's from the same set as the one on the front, cut from gold foil. So they look so different, don't they? When you just change up the cardstock color. The deer, the Merry Christmas, as I said, they were part of the chipboard stickers, some more Gold Fever confetti, and this is a Stitch Sentiment label from Cat Scrappiness, and it's just a good place to sign our name. Second card, I'm putting this one aside for my brother. We're just a dog loving family, and he's got a hound dog, Mika, that he just loves dearly. So chipboard sticker, I thought of him as soon as I saw this. I added one of the little iridescent, they're self-adhesive snowflakes from Stampin' Up. I added one on the dog's ear. I added some sparkle with stickles. Sometimes, you're working on a project and you die cut 8 snowflakes and you end up only needing 6 of them. Well, I love snowflakes, so those snowflakes go in that bin. So I kind of went through the bin and found these two that were already die cut in there. Not sure who makes the dies because they were in there for a long time. So I just pulled those out and added them on. This beautiful joy, I love this one. This one is from Tailored Expressions. and then an embossing folder for the snowflakes here, and I inked the edges. I have shared a couple of cards already with embossing folders on them. I'm going to start using my embossing folders more. I don't tend to make New Year's resolutions as a rule, but several years ago I made a resolution not to buy any more patterned paper. Now, it wasn't a cut off cold turkey because I love pattern paper, but I definitely don't buy nearly as much pattern paper. In fact, if I buy one or two pads a year now, that's it. And I just do it because sometimes I just need something fresh and trendy prints. So I did that, and that was a successful New Year's resolution. And then last year, my New Year's resolution was to use my Copic markers more and do more coloring, and I really did that. I'm very proud of that one. I don't know that my coloring skills have improved greatly, but I've really enjoyed using my alcohol markers. So for 2021, my resolution is going to be to use my embossing folders. I love embossing folders. I have a ton of embossing folders because I love the look, and yet for some reason I just kind of stopped using them. So you will be seeing more embossing folders going forward in my cards. But on the inside, but back to the card, inside is more of the chipboard element. So here is the package came with two of these work boots. So I added the second one inside here. You can see this is more of the same patterned paper. And here I used one of the Stampin' Up! Tasteful labels to die cut a stamped sentiment, which is from Kaisercraft. Now, I do have a full supply list on my blog post, and that will be linked below if you are interested in names of manufacturers on a product that I may not have mentioned. This one is an A2 size card, fits in an A2 envelope, and I used thin foam tape. I love thin foam tape. So you get the look of the foam tape without the height. So this card will still mail for a single stamp. If you enjoyed my video today, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to see more of my interactive cards. And that's it for me today.